BookTube, Patty here. So today I'm going to be doing a review. I received an art from Netgalley and it's called Hot Shots. And it's by Anne Marsh, Lynn, LaFleur, and Stacey Kennedy. Now, I kind of was on the fence whether or not I'd actually do a video review on it, because I don't really normally read eroticas or romance books. But then I was just like, Patty, you're being silly, just do the review. So I'm doing the review. So this book has 3 little short stories in it, and I'm just kind of, I guess, going to talk about the 3 of them, my rating for each one, and then overall rating. I'm not going to, it's spoiler free. I won't be spoiling anything for you guys. And I'll leave the Goodreads link for this book in the description. So this book is going to be released on February 25th. So the first story is called Fired Up by Anne Marsh. And if you're wondering why I'm looking that way, I have notes on my screen. And so that's what I'm looking at. So it's called Fired Up by Anne Marsh, and it's about Hannah, who watches wildlife fires from a tower, and she watches those by day, and during the night she's having late night conversations with a guy named Cole, who's a firefighter, and basically it just kind of talks about them sharing their fantasies with one another. In terms of starting off with this one, I didn't like this one. I mean, it was good in the sense that the characters already knew each other, so there wasn't the whole entire time wasted of them meeting each other, getting to know each other and whatnot, because it's a short story, so it was just kind of fast paced. So they already knew each other by the time you start, like, the first page, and it starts off, like, it's kind of interesting when it starts off, but I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of it. There was some kind of really funny, there was funny scenes where I was, like, giggling a little bit, but it wasn't anything that I'd be like, oh, read this story. One thing that really, really bothered me is that with Cole, I felt like I couldn't tell if he was coming or going. Like, he just really couldn't make up his mind with what was going on between him and Hannah. And I don't know, maybe if this was the longer story, I could kind of see this kind of playing out well, but because it was such a short story, like, literally I think that chapter was like maybe 100 pages, it was just kind of like, for something so short, and within like one paragraph he felt this way, and the next paragraph it was this, and the next paragraph was this, it's just like, oh my god, make up your mind. So that was my thoughts on Fired Up. I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. The next one is Sizzle by Lynn LaFleur. And this one is about a photojournalist who goes to this town to photograph firefighters for her calendar. And she meets the fire chief, and there's like an instant connection kind of thing. And yeah, I like this one. This one, I feel like they should have started off the book with this one. It was really funny, and there was more of a plot to it. It wasn't all just about sex, and that's what I felt the first one was all about. And although it was a given, it's an erotica and / romance, so I knew that was kind of going to be in there, but the first one just kind of was, that was all it was about, where this Sizzle had more of a plot to it, and I loved the way that she introduced other characters. And as soon as I was finished reading this one, I literally went to go find this author on Goodreads, and I was trying to see if there was a series, like if this was taken from a series, because I was like, I want to know what goes on with the rest of these characters. Like, I want to know what happens next, I want to know what happened to before, and like, I wanted to know everything. So I really, really enjoyed this one. It was funny. It was really funny. But yeah, so that one had more of a plot, and it there's like a sex scene, but it was just like not as out there as like Fired Up was. And so that one I gave 5 stars too. And the last one is 5 Alarm Masquerade by Stacey Kennedy. And something that bothered me with it was that I know it's a short story, but the romance was it was rushed. I don't know, it was just really, really fast-paced, and I was like looking at other reviews for this, and a lot of people weren't really a fan of this one and had the same kind of mindset that I had, that everything was like really fast paced, even for something that was supposed to be a short story. Although like I liked how the relationship played out between Abby and Gavin, who are the two characters in this. I guess I should say what this one's about. This one was about a woman whose house is, I think her bedroom catches on fire. And so her home is destroyed, and she ends up meeting a firefighter, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain this without giving anything away. So yeah, she meets this firefighter, and you know, he's hot. And they kind of, I guess, run into each other again. That's the best way I'll describe it. I don't know, the synopsis for, oh, that's nothing. The synopsis for all of these, I don't know, they weren't really, like, great synopsis. Like, I'd read this synopsis, and then I get to the story, and I was like, why didn't they put this little part in this? Because it would kind of make more sense of where the story was going, but that's just my thoughts. Okay, back to the review. I'm kind of all over the place right now. So yeah, I liked how the relationship played out between Abby and Gavin, but it was extremely rushed. And I don't know, I felt like it was missing something. I'm not sure if this because the romance was rushed, why I felt like it was missing something, or if there was just, I don't know, I can't really figure out what it is. I can't put my finger on it what it was I was missing, but I was reading it, and I was kind of, after, I was just like, and what else did I really like about this? One of the other characters, I think her name is Syria. She's Abby's best friend. The relationship between Abby and Syria is hilarious. Like, if I had a best friend like that, oh man, the trouble I'd get myself into. They're just crazy. Although Abby's supposed to be the more, like, out there one, and Syria's more of the kind of, there's a lot of things like she would like to do, but she never really does that. She's kind of more composed, if that even makes sense. But yeah, they're just kind of like opposites, and they kind of just bounce off each other, and it's funny. So that one I gave 4 stars too. So overall, I gave this book 4.5 out of 5. If you read erotica / romance books, I would suggest this one. I would recommend it. I think it's a good book. Maybe you'll end up liking Fired Up, the first one by Anne Marsh, more than I did, but I was not a fan of that one. But yeah, that was basically everything. So that is my review on Hot Shots. Yeah. So yeah, so just we'll just say it again. This book comes out on February 25th. Thank you, Netgalley, for giving me this arc. It was a good one. And I think that's it for now. Oh, this is, well, obviously because it's an arc, I got it as an ebook, but it is coming out as a paperback, and I think it has like 305 pages or something like that. I haven't really looked to see where they're going to be selling it yet, but you can find that on Goodreads if you're interested in buying it. That's it for now. Bye!